everyone, and welcome to another special episode of Weekend with Indians in Sydney. I'm your host, Nadeem Ahmed, and today we have an incredibly special guest, Nethra Raman, with us, a talented contestant on The Voice Australia 2024. Nethra has been captivating audiences with her beautiful voice and unique ability to blend Bollywood and pop music. As she embraces her roots, she represented not only her talent but also the vibrant community here in Sydney. Thank you so much for joining us, Nethra.
Thank you so much, Nadeem. I'm so excited. I'm very honored to be part of this initiative. I'm really excited.
Our
Thank you.
honor is all ours. We are really privileged that you took out time from your busy life for this Zoom interview. Nethra, congratulations. First of all, congratulations. We are very proud and on your journey so far on The Voice. Can you share what actually inspired you to do the audition and how it felt to be selected for Team Kate?
Yeah, definitely. I think what inspired me really, I think for many years, my family and friends have always encouraged me to be part of The Voice. It's a show that my family watch religiously. I think it's the only reality TV show we watch religiously every single year. And so I think last year, while we were watching The Voice, actually, I just searched up to see if I should audition or not. And funnily enough, it was actually the last day where they were taking submissions for the voice auditions and applications, and it kind of was a very spur of the moment, very spontaneous thing. And I just felt like I was ready enough. I felt that this was kind of the time in my life where I was ready to showcase and share my passion, my talent, and what I love with everyone else. And so it kind of all happened very fast, but I just auditioned. My family were all behind me, which is really great. I have a very supportive, um, amazing family set of people who are around me who were always there to push me and support me. So that's how that happened. How I feel about turning Kate's chair is it was surreal, to be honest, because as you would have seen, I was actually on the last day and I took the second last spot on her team. And we kind of had an inkling, an idea that there was very few spots left. So there was a lot of pressure, but I think it was all very surreal and exciting, a whole bunch of emotions at that time when she turned her chair and I was selected. But yeah, it was very cool experience.
Absolutely, and your audition was absolutely stunning, actually. And I was watching the video, the emotion and the emotion from the family. How did you feel to know that you are being embraced by your artistry?
Yeah, yeah, like I said, it almost felt like I had no words. It was all such a blur. I remember, like I looked to my family right after I finished, and everyone was in tears. My family, but like my youngest sister, she's probably like my number one supporter. She's always there. She was fully bawling her eyes out. I think Sonia Kruger was just hugging her and like trying to reassure her and make her feel better. And my parents. To be honest, I hardly see them cry, so it was quite an emotional and crazy sort of thing to see them so elated and so happy for me, which is so amazing. It was like it felt like all of the emotion inside of me was doubled, tripled just between the three of them, which was really cool.
And absolutely, and I saw the video for Chak De Netra
Yeah.
campaign as well. It was just, it is just amazing how everyone come together. It was very emotional scene. And also,
Yeah.
I saw your mashup on TikTok. They are just
Mm-hmm.
a beautiful blend of Bollywood and pop. And what inspired you to create these fusion? And how do you think that it reflects your identity as an Indian Australian, as an artist?
Yeah, thank you so much for that actually. I think I think because I've grown up in Australia and I've also grown up in New Zealand, so I've been influenced by a lot of different styles of music throughout my life. Um, Starting off with very South Indian classical, like proper trained music, which I learned since a very young age. And then obviously as I've grown older, I've sort of learned just from like school and just from regular mainstream listening. I've kind of picked up different things and elements and stylistic techniques from different styles. And I don't know, it kind of just came to me, just the way that I can mix things together. And I feel like um, I feel like it's one of my favorite things to do, kind of pick things which may sound, oh, this sounds like really strange. Why would you put these things together? But then sometimes it just works. And I feel like just experimenting and trying new things, even when it doesn't sound good, sometimes it just helps me so much. I love learning and exploring. And it's a really great way that I find I'm able to connect back to my roots, my culture,
Mm.
and also I guess bring that all into mainstream music. Like obviously The Voice Australia is on an Australian platform, but I think I felt like so privileged that I could share my culture on such a big platform in a way that is able to still connect with everyone, because I'm actually using not only Indian stylistic elements but also like a lot of mainstream elements, if that makes sense.
No, no, yes, absolutely. And also, if you look at your, but I'm not sure if you go through your TikTok comments, people just everyone, every comment I was reading, it just like, inspirational. Every single person was just loving it.
Yeah.
And, because we are, we are Indian in Sydney. I just want to ask you one thing, like, how do you think your music resonates with the Indian community here in Sydney? And what do you feel about it? Like, what does it mean to be represent them on such a prominent platform? Some of it you already covered.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's so special. I think for me, I think music itself, just in general, has been always the path that has connected me back to my culture, back to my roots, back to who I am. It's formed a really large part of my identity. And Indian music, whether that be Bollywood, classical music, light music, whatever kind of Indian music, I think if I'm able to share, even just among like a small group of just Indian people, and it's creating it's making people happy, it's moving people. I think that's what's most special for me, because I think at the end of the day, I do music because I love it, but I think if I'm able to even change the perspective or change the emotion of someone else just through my music, I think that feels like a win. That feels like the biggest win to me.
Ah, great, great. So we will be doing, a couple of events in near future. We just did our Indian Independence Day
Yeah.
in August. I think it'll be coming next year. We will certainly send you invitation for that as well.
Yeah, of course, of course.
And Bab, what I noticed, the Sydney life, Australian life is very, very busy. It's just like people just don't have time. And with all the excitement surrounding around the voice, and how do you manage to balance your personal life, your music career, your job? And I know your family has been very supporting, but how do you manage all these things?
Yeah, very great question. To be honest, I'm still learning how to manage it all. I think I'm the kind of person who thrives on being really busy. I think when I have lots of things to do, it makes me feel like accomplished. I think the way that I've sort of tried to manage this while we were actually shooting The Voice, it was very early on this year, and I had just started a new job and I just graduated from uni. So it was actually quite challenging. And even like I said, still to this day, it's a fine line between trying to find enough time and balancing all these different aspects of my life together without neglecting one or the other. And yeah, like I said, I'm still learning and still trying, but I think at the end of the day, you are always able to make time for what you find important.
Yes.
And so somehow there seems to be enough hours in the day for me to make everything try and work as best as I can.
Yeah, it is very important that you follow your passion, and uh, I can assure you, all Indian in Sydney is with you, and you are in their wishes all the time.
Yeah,
Um, I just wanted to, as an artist now, given that a lot of artists faces a lot of challenges. What advice would you give to those especially in our community, who want to pursue their dreams?
for sure. I think one of the most important things is to, I mean, as cheesy as it sounds, is just to kind of back yourself, because I know not only from The Voice, even before that, when I was posting a lot of things online, there was, among all the positive comments, there was heaps of negative ones. There was
Yeah.
heaps of things Obviously, but naturally, which I think I've just grown to kind of form a sort of barrier, so it doesn't really affect myself. But I know for so many other people, whether they be Indian, whether they be Australian, whoever they are, it does affect people at the end of the day. And I think it's very important to kind of just shut that all out and just believe in yourself and believe in your art, your skill, and
Mm.
believe that you can still pursue what you want to do, right? Because I think a lot of, like, especially maybe a couple of years ago, I faced a lot of self-doubt, a lot of self-confidence was not really there. And it was kind of just, I think it was kind of just a point where I just force myself to tell myself that I can do it. Like, you just kind of have to block everything else out. Only try and surround yourself with the people who are going to uplift you and support you. And you have to be your biggest supporter. You have to be your number one supporter, I think.
No,
But yeah.
absolutely. No, I completely agree because how I was actually at wrote this message yesterday. You know,
Hmm.
there are thousands of version of us in people's mind.
Yes,
Everyone have their own perception of us, that this person is that. The only true self is within you. You know
correct.
yourself is, and that's the authenticity. So, and being authentic is very, very important.
For
All
sure.
this negativity, all this, it will always be there. You can't stop it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the life, because
Yeah,
people
exactly.
will always talk. They will be good people. It's what you feel inside, that's most important. And that's
That's
the
it.
message we actually give out to everyone as well. It's
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So have you done any formal training on music or
Yeah, so since a young age, I think since I was about 5 or 6, I've learned South Indian Carnatic music. So sorry. In my family, it's kind of been a very big part of my family. From my dad, my grandmother, they've all learned traditional proper Carnatic music. And so I also started learning when I was quite young, and I've just taken that formal training with me throughout my entire life. Apart from that, I have not really had too much other formal training. A lot of it is just self-taught, self-learned, and yeah, just a lot of listening. I think I'm a very I learn a lot just by listening and watching others. And I think that's how I've just picked up on so many other things. Like, I learned piano, like keyboard, a
oh,
long, long time ago for a couple of years. And then because of just normal circumstances, I stopped that. And then after maybe a couple of years, I sort of just started teaching myself, watching a lot of videos. I'm a very visual learner, so yeah, a lot of other things I've just learned by myself.
and other than music, what are your hobbies like?
My hobbies, great question. I'd say, I I love spending time with my family. I love spending time with my friends. I love going out to new places to eat food.
Wow.
I'm a very, very big foodie.
Me
One
too,
of my
yeah.
friends and I, we've tried almost every restaurant in the local area, almost, and especially in Harris Park, we love all the Indian and South Asian restaurants there. I think we're a regular. Like, most of the restaurants, they know us by name now. But yeah, very big foodie. I love spending time with my family, my friends, going out, just just enjoying life pretty much. But yeah,
Right.
music is a big part of my hobby. Otherwise, yeah.
Maybe I'll catch up with you when I see you in Harris Park next time.
Oh,
I was
yes.
there actually yesterday, last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Nice.
love the food there as well.
Yes, me too.
It's,
It's my favorite.
and thank you for sharing all your stories, Netra. So what's next? And now, so of course you have all our good wishes and blessings that you become a winner of the Voice Australia. But what's next, and what do what are you would have a vision or a dream that would you want to pursue?
Yeah, I have very, very big dreams. Sometimes a lot of people say they're very unrealistic, but I still have very big dreams. I am looking to pursue music a lot more, as in I'd love to be performing a lot more. I have performed occasionally at a lot of smaller gigs and things like that. Definitely um pressing accelerator on a lot more gigs. Um, Also looking at releasing some of my own music somewhere down the
Great.
track. That's something which I feel like for a long time I've been very apprehensive and very scared about doing because I've just never seen myself as someone who can write music, who can compose music. I've always just seen myself as just covering other people's songs and just listening from what I've heard and copying that. So definitely a lot of my own music coming down soon, hopefully,
Great.
and a lot more performing. A lot of collaborations, hopefully, with other artists, other musicians who are like-minded, even very different. And I made a lot of friends on The Voice as well, which is really exciting. So I think kind of branching out into those connections and networks to hopefully become slightly more prominent name.
Yeah, absolutely. You will. And always remember one thing, no dream is big. Every
Yeah,
dream is in your reach. You just
yes,
have
for
to
sure.
pursue it and you will get there. This is
Yes.
what I've learned. This is what I think I tell everyone. No dream is big. Everything is achievable. You just need to focus on it.
Yeah.
And second thing, I think you will be successful once you are there.
Yeah.
Uh, before I think thank you for this incredible journey, and we will be cheering you as you continue your journey on The Voice. Before we wrap up, is there anything you'd like to say to our community and your fans? Especially now, you'll have your fan base will like blast. It will be bombarded with fans who are supporting you along the way. Anything you'd like to say to them?
First off, a very, very big thank you, not only to yourself, but to everyone in the community. I think I think this has been a very special time for myself, but I think what I really wanted to achieve out of this whole experience was to be able to inspire others, to be able to empower, lift, bring some sort of confidence among others, whether that be people who are different in any sort of way. And just hearing what you're saying, that there are so many people here who have already felt so moved and felt so uplifted and encouraged and inspired. I feel like I've done what I wanted to achieve. So a very big thank you. Um, and also like I said before, never stop trying to chase your dreams. Everyone can do everything that they aspire to do. I am definitely a testament to that because I could even say maybe like 2 years ago, I would not have envisioned myself here. I could not have even imagined the kind of things that I have been able to do. And I think it's all about just pushing yourself and believing in yourself, like I said before. That will really, really change the course of what it is people want to achieve and sort of just having a very, very positive mindset. As hard as it is at times, it's I think just having that sort of mindset that is is very like uplifting for yourself. I think again that's very important. But other than that, a whole lot of love. I love you all. Thank you so much. I feel like I've said thank you and I love you all way too many times over the past couple of weeks. So I really hope it's not lost its meaning because I still mean it. I still very much mean it. But yeah, thank you so much.
And Netra, best of luck for, and I'm sure you're gonna have lot more achievements in your future. Um, Once again, thank you everyone for joining us today, and thank you once again joining us, Netra. For tuning into Weekend with Indian Sydney. Remember to catch Netra on The Voice Australia. Is it on 29th of September?
Correct. Yes, I'll be on the
Yeah.
29th for my battles. Yes, on
Yeah,
Channel 7.
29th of September. Make sure you are there to support her. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.